Hello, everybody. Nice to have you here. I'm very grateful for organizers to this opportunity to tell you more about some new markets that you may want to penetrate in. So let me begin my masterclass. So first of all, what I will tell you today is some use cases that might be useful for you. We will speak about India and Russia. We will compare these markets to already known markets like United States or Europe. Also, I will speak of onboarding process, about payout solution, and of course, I will be happy to answer all your questions. So what we studied today is two countries and why India and why Russia. So as I know by visiting a lot of time conferences in Berlin and Prague, that India is a popular country like tier 3 among tier 3 countries. But what I discovered is there is not a lots of information useful about these markets. So I think that today we will investigate some information about these countries, and to this information, I believe, will help you to clarify is these countries might be interesting to you or not. So we start from India. As you can see, this statistic from Global Payment Report, Visa and MasterCard is pretty popular in India, and among all the cards that issued inside India, Visa and MasterCard sharing 78%. So this is a major payment card available. The domestic one, RuPay, have only 19%, and American Express 4%. So what I can tell you more, that card is not a payment way number one. The payment way number one is local wallets, and the most popular way to pay is cash. But according to the payment methods that we can offer, the card is on the second place after a wallet. And as we can see, Visa and MasterCard is a majority. This is some another information about India. As we can see, India has 900 million cardholders. This is a very huge volume of cardholders, and if we will tell about usage in e-commerce, so 33% of Indians using cards to pay online. This percentage is big because in comparison to United States, only 24% use their cards to pay online. So in India, the card as a payment method is more popular even in the United States, or in Germany. For instance, Germany has only 25%. The internet penetration is also huge, and as we told about, Visa MasterCard users is 78%. Here, if we compare the market between United States and India, you can see that the population is much bigger than in United States. But what interesting figures we have here is that in the United States, we have only 180 million credit card holders, but in India is 900 million. So credit card holders in India is is much more quantity than in United States. Now I tell you the information about regulation, the adult niche. This is a very popular question because I believe that a lot of people don't know exact information about how India regulate adult verticals. So I prepared the information for you. So basically, we study this from two hands. From the point of view of user, which wants to purchase something, and sell something. In the hands of the user, buying and watching porn is allowed until the models are over 20 years old. So if the actress is over 20 years old, then it's totally legal. Some years ago, there was a court case about possibility to block adult-oriented websites, and the court decided that it's not allowed, that the use of adult website is totally legal in India for the end user. Webcam sites, dating, and premium social networks is also totally legal for the end user in India. If we will tell from the point of view of merchant, then the classic porn sites is also legal, but there is two conditions. The first one is that actress needs to be over 20 years old too, and the porn content don't made in India. So only the abroad content produced is allowed. Dating service is also totally legal, but there is a condition that some actions in dating must be confirmed by women. Also, India actively blocks Chinese applications. Premium social networks and webcam sites is also totally legal in India. Here, I share the information from our system, and here you can see the real approval rate of the Visa and MasterCard payments from Indian customers. As you can see, we have 55% approval rate. This is our statistic from real merchants that we have, and they already worked for India market. Now we turn to Russia. Russia is also interesting country according to card usage. As you can see, 76% is Visa MasterCard holders. 24, this is a local card called Mir. It's not so popular in internet, but Visa MasterCard is number one. This is information about population, and what interesting information is about Russia is that if we take credit cards, debit cards, and mobile wallets in Russia, we can provide this solution for acquiring. We can take 67% of whole market for whole possible way to pay for the end user. Internet penetration is also good, say 76%, it's okay. This is also a comparison between United States and Russia. As you can see, the population in United States is almost twice bigger than in Russia. But if we see about card holder, then in Russia, the card holder quantity is twice high, because in the one man already usually have 2, 3, or 4 cards. So that's why the cardholder quantity is higher than in the United States. Now about Russian regulations. From the end, from the point of end user, the regulation is clearly says that buying and watching and downloading porn content is totally legal in Russia. Webcam sites, dating, premium social networks is also legal. So there is no punishment to Russian citizen if he wants to see some adult-oriented, no problem. From the point of view of the merchant, if the content produced not inside the Russia, and if you broadcast your content from abroad to Russian markets, then it's legal. Russia have some issues with content that made inside the country or the content that broadcasted inside the country, but Russia have no clear laws about what is pornography and what is erotic. In each case, there is a commission which decide, is it erotic or is it a pornography? So in the most cases, there is no problems, even if you broadcast from Russia. Even if the actors, some adult actors, go abroad to film some erotic movies or porn movies and return to Russia, there is also no penetration for that. Dating is totally legal too, and premium social networks and webcam sites is classified as erotic, and erotic is totally legal in Russia. So, as we see from legal point of view, both countries, India and Russia, allows you to offer your services without any problem with laws, with local laws. So it's possible to you to enter this market without any problem. Here our statistic again about approval rate. As you can see, for Russian Federation, we have higher approval rate than for India. It's 73%. So I believe this will be interesting for you. Now we talk about refunds, fraud, and chargeback. I will share some information about this. So here our statistic for refunds, both countries, India and Russia, presented here. So as you can see, refund is no very big volume. We have, it's all under 1%. Russia have more quantity of refunds, but the total quantity in Russia and India is not critical. And in the case of chargeback, the rate of chargeback is also low. This is the total quality of chargeback and including the rate of fraud chargeback. So as we can see, we also see the situation when chargeback quality is under 1% and even under 0.5%. So for you is to penetrate this market is not a very big problem with fraud or chargebacks. This is a funny slide I can share. If one cardholder spend $1 for your product, how much will you earn? In comparison, India, Russia, and the United States. Here are the another screen that I want to share. Once again, the population and the cardholders quantity. United States vs India and vs Russia. So if you don't enter the Indian market or Russian market, here you can see the market volume that you are not presented in yet. Now some information, some quick information about how to our onboarding process is organized. So it's pretty easy to get on board. You send field form with your company docs. We can approve the companies not only from European Union or United States, but we also have an opportunity to work for almost all countries. It depends of the regulation. It depends of the acquiring banks that we will offer for you. So you can fill the form in any jurisdiction you have company, and we will think about how to organize better the process of integration and know your client process. Then simultaneously you can have technical integration, and after the signing agreement you are ready to accept payments. Now some information about our Payouts solution. So basically, as I know, there is lots of issues with payout. If there is not so many merchants that already work for new markets like India and Russia, but instead of this, even if you working only for United States market, or if you work only for European market, you have a lots of models from difficult, let's say, difficult countries. Russia, I mean Europe countries, I mean Australia, United Kingdom, Colombia, Mexico, all of these countries, and there is issues that merchants have to organize a payout solution for them. So here's a list of the issues I heard from the merchants. It's manual payouts, expensing fund transfers from United States, let's say, and also some issues with performers, because if performer receive a big payment from the merchant, performer may be asked from the bank what activities there is, tell us more, and there is not always a convenient way for performer to explain the activity. Also, there is some internal restriction in the bank of the performer which have the card with, so it's more convenient to pay to the performer other way. So here are our solution. We offer a totally automation process of mass payment. We have different companies in different regions to organize a solution. Let's say for the payouts inside the European Union, we have a licensed European entity. For the payouts in Russia, we used a Russian bank. So it allows us to pay very quick. It allows us to pay using a local currency and not to spend a lots of money to exchange for each model in the ATM. And this is the way how we act. So all you need to do is send the total volume of amount that you need to pay and the information about which country and which model, which card you need to pay. And then we process it during using different payment institutions that are situated in our structure. So here I'm ready for some questions and answers. I'm sorry for my not good English very much. And this is the first time that I present, so I'm a little bit nervous.
All right, Sergey. Thank you so much, my friend, for your presentation today. We do have a question coming in from Dime from Central Bill. He asked, Sergey, are these CBK stats for adult transactions only?
Yes, this is stats for only adult transactions.
Okay, fantastic. That clears that up. I would like to ask, Sergey, how much have you seen e-commerce activity grow in both Russia and India over the past year? And have you seen a similar spike to what Clay had mentioned, roughly 15 to 20% increase in user spending?
Yes, they grew pretty well. I think that the new markets, particularly in Russia, are growing more higher and more quick than the classical markets. There is a lot of technical startup, there is a lot of new wallets that come to market. And that's why the habit to pay online is very popular and became very popular. Also, we have a COVID problem and everybody sits in home and spend money online. That's why this is a big push to the online transactions.
Of course. Sergey, which market would you say is easiest for anyone involved in e-commerce to get started in if they're deciding on Russia or India, or is it really an apples to apples comparison?
I think that it's a complicated question because we need to start from the traffic. So the merchant that needs to penetrate and have a decision which country to start, India or Russia. The first question is how to get traffic, the quality traffic from these countries. But as we see, the dating is more popular in Russia. The campsite is more popular in India, so it's also dependent on the verticals that you are in. That's it.
Absolutely. One more for me here, Sergey. Chargebacks in India, based on your data there that you put up in your presentation, seem to be on the rise to finish 2020. Was that just a temporary trend or something that you see continuing?
We see the very low quantity of chargeback. The only issues that we have in chargeback is a dating vertical, but this is classical problem for the dating, a high amount of chargeback. But we establish a solution how to fight with the chargebacks, and I will be happy to share and help the merchants to have a good statistic for Visa and MasterCard, no problem.
Well, thank you so much for your presentation today, Sergey, on the Certus Finance stage. We wish you all the best in 2021 and hope you enjoy the remainder of the conference. We will see everyone in 1 hour's time back on the Pineapple Wellness stage. Sergey, thank you again. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.